And it is time for questions. It looks like our abomination is being fought. So hopefully, you guys are making good progress there, but we got lots of time for questions. So let's see what we've got. We've got Kyle. I'm assuming I'm okay here, Will. Okay. All right. Good deal. Here we go. Move this up where I don't have to look down the whole time. All right. So we've got from Kyle. My rogue has their optional class feature turned on, but it's not showing up in their bonus actions. Is this still incoming? Conflict with other custom bonus actions? It shouldn't be a conflict. And so if something is missing there, I encourage you, it should be working. If something is missing in a bonus action section, I encourage you to bring that up in our Discord or on the forums, and someone on our game content team will certainly take a look or at least clarify how that's working for you. But yeah, without a little more information, I'm not going to be able to dig into it here, but we do have people who can help. So please visit Discord or the forums, and I'm sure that we can straighten all of that out for you. Lord Garth, on best way to run sidekicks remotely. I saw a suggestion of using a custom monster stat block and beyond. Any other suggestions? I believe that you certainly could do it in the extra section with the custom stat block. But I think that in the short term, you certainly can use that method. We will be wanting to supply a more holistic approach to sidekicks in the future. But other than that, remotely, as long as you can get the stat block or the sheet in front of you with the extra section there, that's probably about the best that you can do, for now. And thinking about it with paper, if you were doing the same with paper, you would probably have the same kinds of challenges. So actually, the remote part of this is one of the things that we're trying to think through for whenever we do implement a fuller solution. So no great solutions for that yet, but it is one of the big considerations that we have. Nampi, I know full sidekick integration is a ways out. What challenges are in the path to getting a versatile sidekick system? Um, it's not it's not actually, challenges necessarily to getting the system in place. It is competing priorities. We have a lot of things that are always on our list, and so we have to choose at any given time what is the priority and what's the most important and impactful thing to the most people on our platform. And so right now, Sidekick integration is not at the top of that list because we have some other things that we're trying to work on because we see more demand for those things out in the community. But Sidekicks is not, it's not on the long term roadmap. It's definitely hovering kind of in that on deck area. And but yeah, it's not necessarily complexities, it's more priorities that are creating that right now. We also wouldn't mind seeing, and ensuring that sidekicks and the approach to sidekicks have fully stabilized on Wizards of the Coast side before we expend too much of that effort there. So we're working to gain that clarity as well. VVG Sam, maybe. Can the addition and subtraction of consumable items be more easily accessed in the app and main web character sheet? Thanks, love DDB. That is certainly something that we will be looking at. We're wanting to look at inventory management in general, and consumable items would be a part of that for sure. So we'll keep you posted on that. Murgon, for the Artificer Armorer, will you be incorporating a method of choosing an armor, then applying the benefits from your armor type selection directly to the armor, much like applying an infusion to an item? If I am not misunderstanding your question, this is what we're doing. Some of this may have already happened this week, except the aforementioned helm. But if I'm missing that, then certainly ask me a follow up, and hopefully we can get to it, or ask someone in chat, maybe they can help. Lord Garthon, shouldn't you be careful about singing with the whole Twitch DMCA thing going on? I guess I could be careful about singing, but I know the percentage of song lyrics threshold that I can sing up to without getting that DMCA. And so I carefully was counting my words when I was singing earlier. Falcon Cry 863 is the plan for the Ranger Primal Companion slash Drake's slash Tasha summon spells being rollable from the sheet. So the plan would be that anywhere that we see dice on dice expressions on the sheet, that would be rollable over time. Not exactly sure where that one's going to fall in our priorities yet, but we are working to make more and more of that rollable in the future. Druidic 101, thanks for fixing the primal companion for rangers, but where's it listed on the character sheet? I did not see it under extra. Somebody else is going to maybe have to help you with that. I haven't played a ranger recently enough to know exactly where that is, but hopefully somebody can help you in chat, or definitely can help you in Discord or the forums there. Let's see. Chaos Oregon 1Z3D. Will we get dark mode when D&D Beyond goes dark? No, unfortunately, that is reading between the lines a little too much about what I mean when we are going dark, but clever nonetheless. Adriandus, I see the primal companion is now in the features, but not in extras. Okay, this is a duplicate. It also doesn't appear to auto-calculate anything besides HP. So this is something that, if it is not in place, it is certainly on the list, and we'll see when that is able to happen. But there is some work that has to happen to get something into that extra section. So we're not there yet, but going to be getting there. And those are the kinds of things that we would be trying to tackle. I can't say that primal companion will be the one that will be tackled, but those are the kinds of things that we're going to be trying to tackle in 21 as we are trying to cover, some of that, some of those rules gaps, and trying to do some of those quality of life updates like that. Ed VMS, will there be a sale on digital dice before the holidays? We've already had a pretty big sale on the digital dice, through last week and all of that. So I'm not exactly sure if we're going to have one before the end of this year, but we'll see what happens. I don't have complete confirmation on that yet, but we'll see what happens. Aaron Laura, will Roll in the Family's holiday special be up to the quality of the Star Wars holiday special? Yeah, I think that is definitely what we're shooting for, is the level of quality and production value and dialogue and everything else as that. So I think if we can hit that bar, that we're going to be in a really, really good place. So that's what we're rallying behind right now. Shank Mugen. Is there any plan for making page numbers for the compendium content? There is not currently a plan, but we have seen this requested, and I wouldn't say that it's outside the realm of possibility at some point, but it's not on the short-term horizon. Luxor 5013, any shot at designing our own dice in D&D Beyond at some point? Never say never, but it's not currently something that we have in the plan, but we'll see. Saber Runner, will you be upgrading to Google Fiber? I heard they laid out 2 gigabyte fiber in Huntsville. I already have Google Fiber, and I have had Google Fiber since, I'm pretty sure, the first day it was available in my area. And by the way, like these last couple of weeks, my internet's been far more stable because I got a wire in here. So, knock on wood, of course, I'm sure something will happen now. It's still, running through a networking thing, but then a wire, because the adapter works better than my wireless adapter in the laptop. But anyway, it's been far more stable in the last couple of weeks. But yeah, I already have Google Fiber, and if they have an upgrade to the fiber that I don't know about, I'll certainly check into that, because I want whatever the best is for that internet. We'll see how it goes. Deep Space 47 in Encounter Builder, would it be possible to add a feature that allows the DM to edit the names of creatures? My reason is that we have 10 goblins. Yeah, you should actually be able to do that in the Encounter Builder. Um, and then the last part of that, being able to remove them from the combat tracker as they die, would also be handy. Definitely that is on the list. But the first part of that, you should be able to rename those creatures in the Encounter Builder. And if I am wrong about that, that is me looking at some kind of internal build that has not been released yet, because I know that I've done that, personally done that. So hopefully somebody can help you in chat. I believe there's a customized way to do that, and I can't quite off the top of my head remember exactly how, but you should be able to rename those creatures. So somebody can help you in chat or Discord or the forums for sure. Let's see. Duplicates. What sirs? Could we get a friends tab or something of the like to quickly invite players into our campaign instead of sending out invite links? We're looking at campaigns in general, and it's probably all going to be uh, well, we're not quite ready to talk about all those things yet, but we will be doing different things with the concepts of campaigns in the future. And I'm sure that whatever we do there is going to make it a little more convenient to have that kind of action. So keep a lookout for that. Slider0203, will old pre-order bonuses or additional backgrounds and frames be available in the future? That is the plan at some point. And so we'll talk about that when we're a little closer to being ready to do it. But yeah, that is certainly the plan. We've seen a lot of requests and demand for that. So we will be doing that at some point. Angel Warrior 100, will there be an option that spells granted by tattoos being displayed in the spell sheet? That should be happening. If it's not happening, that's something that we haven't quite got to. Oh, Lord Garthon as the cleric, just critical hit. Congratulations. Sorry, the critical hits excite me. With these tattoos, if that's not working, I can tell you that's certainly on the list, because I have seen the discussion of that. But I believe it may just simply be a backlog item for the game content team right now, but they should be displaying, unless I'm misunderstanding the question there, very, very soon. Artemis Themp, will Eldritch Adept be working before the holiday? Then I can imagine it as a Christmas present from D&D Beyond. No promises. We're certainly trying to see what we can do there, but no promises. Hopefully you'll get your Christmas miracle. PGL Ongo. What do you think of adding a page where you can see main stats of the player of the campaign, like a party tracker sheet? That is certainly part of what we're trying to do. The expression of that will likely be through the combat builder in some way, or combat tracker rather. So it certainly is something that we're looking for, a singular view where you can see all of your player stats at once, and all of that. So it is something that we're marching down the road of. No updates at this time. Kai Thorn, my undo and encounters is not working. Is that normal, or is something not working for me? I don't know if I know what you mean by that. You're talking about just like hitting Control Z is not working in the browser. I don't think that that's supposed to be happening, but that one's going to be real hard for us to troubleshoot without some more specifics. So feel free to ask that one on the Discord or the forums as well. R.R. George, are Theros features, piety, supernatural gifts, etc., and things like Warforged quirks still on the roadmap? All of those things are on the roadmap. Part of the issue is, in our short 3 years of existence, the roadmap is possibly millions of things, definitely thousands of things. I could show you thousands of things. So yeah, there are a lot of there's a lot of ground that we're trying to cover. Those things are absolutely on the roadmap, but we'll have to see when we can get to them. Grumpy Dungeon Masters, is it still being considered to add more organization options to our homebrew and encounter pages like folders or campaign specific areas? Definitely being considered. I would say that it's planned, but again, just when we can get to it is the big question. Misayato, the monk optional class featured quicken healing. There's a red error on the character sheet and says scale value, mismatching parentheses. Can this be fixed, please? We'll see what we can do. So hopefully, Elliot or Faith or someone from the game content team is in the chat. And if not, I'm trying to figure out how I can make a note of that. Hopefully we can get to it. They normally watch these. If not, feel free to check that out on the go into Discord or the forums and mention that, and we'll get that fixed pretty quickly. Let's see. Zeezer, Stream Heroes homebrew when? I don't know what you mean by homebrew for Stream Heroes. We will be introducing some other characters probably in the new year. All right, Kale the Adventurer, what can we as users do to vote for DDB Wizards Coast prioritizing sidekick character sheet integration? Many of you are asking for it here. You can share the feedback in Discord or the forums. We also have a feature request portal that people can vote on. Again, like it's not the sidekicks are not being prioritized. It's much more that there are other things that have been issues for far longer that are being prioritized over it. So sidekicks will be something that we get to, but there are just other things that have been in the pipeline for longer that more people are asking for. But yes, you can use all of those options that I just shared to try to let us know that. Haven the Hare, spell scrolls. How do you add multiple scrolls of different spells without them stacking? At this point in time, I don't believe that's possible, but that is one of the examples of those quality of life changes that we want to make. Oh, you downed the abomination reincarnated. Congratulations. That must be time to go. You all did that very quickly this week. Congrats. I should have read this one. Sorry for the silly. Mega Metapod, how many bologna sandwiches have you had in your life? I don't know if I could count that. There was one time when my dad, this has been so many years ago that science wasn't really where it is now, but he tore his ACL and he was out. Nowadays I think you can recover from that in a week, but he was out for 6 to 8 weeks one summer, and I had to make him bologna sandwiches every single day instead of going to the sitter. So I probably had quite a few just in that one summer, to the point of I'm not really a fan of them any longer. Lord Garthon, any non D&D games you're playing right now, board games or video games? I am playing Age of Calamity on the Switch. Huge Zelda fan, so and Breath of the Wild in particular. So I'm playing Age of Calamity right now, and I may try out some Cyberpunk over our holiday break here. No board games at this point in time, although I do plan to play some HeroClix with the family over the holidays. Most of the time for me, when I do have that free time, I'm doing things like painting or producing other creative kind of things like that. But when it comes to games, Age of Calamity right now, and maybe some HeroClix over the break. Ranger Wolfie, you mentioned a long time ago that there were some pretty significant changes that came out of a hackathon in relation to note keeping. Are there any updates on these changes going live? No updates on them going live, no. But it was pretty interesting functionality, and we'll see when we can get to that. That's the deal with a hackathon is it's a couple of days, and you can put together a straw man that's pretty impressive, but you still got to do all the rest of the work to make it production ready for millions of people out there to use it. So unfortunately, it's not quite as easy as just copy and pasting from the hackathon. But yeah, it is pretty interesting notes functionality, and hopefully we can get to it before too much longer. Let's see. Shank Mugen. Would it be possible for the summon spirits from the TCOE summon spells to become available as monster stat blocks? I'm sure that is the plan in the future, if it's not already in place. But we'll probably have to work on some of the scaling that I believe are part of those spells. See, Ray mused, Foundry seems to be picking up speed as DDB noticed this trend and had talks about strategizing a DDB VTT. I can assure you that I particularly notice all the trends. We've spoken to folks at Foundry and a lot of different things just to even see what people are doing out there. So we are going to provide virtual tabletop functionality in the future, and we will have more to share on that before too much longer. And don't read into that just because this question asked Foundry. I'm absolutely not saying that, but I am saying that we have had virtual tabletop type functionality on our roadmap for some time, and we are getting closer and closer to that being a reality. So we'll share more when we've got it. Let's see. Why, Grumpy Dungeon Masters, why is your beer too great? What is your regimen? I use shampoo. So there you go for it. Deep Space 47, will it ever be possible to buy old friend? Oh, sorry, that was a duplicate that I did not preview well enough. Let's see. Calamus. Whoa, I'm sorry about that one. I don't know what to say. Could we use the dice rolling feature for rollable tables from the DMG and other books? Certainly a plan and on that roadmap. So yeah, we'll keep you posted on that one as well. Big hearted guy, happy holidays. That's a good one to end on. Happy holidays to all of you out there. We are going to be back for one more dev update next week, and full on with my ugly sweater. So I will see you there. Hope everybody has a great week. Later, Gators.
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is available now on D&D Beyond. Purchase before January 5th to unlock the Cauldron dice set, as well as character sheet backdrops, themes and frames.